Main drag had to be closed for several hours for the cleanup and the investigation. Still no word on a damage estimate. Gordon?
And Roger, we shot that crash video today while we were in Tottenham for another story. A City News investigation into complaints of dirty tap water. Some Tottenham residents say they've been dealing with bad water for some time now, but the township insists the water's safe. Christina Howrun now with the costly and lengthy fix that could lie ahead.
I'd like to be able to go to my tap and have a drink of water.
It's a simple desire, but one Alan Lacey says he hasn't been able to fulfill without the elaborate filtration system he installed.
The water comes in and just goes through all of these filters?
The Laceys have been lucky. That filtration has saved them from some of this. Pictures posted in a Facebook group of concerned Tottenham residents shows water so dark and so dirty you wouldn't want to drink, let alone bathe in it. Tottenham residents who live in the south end of the town of Newt-Tecumseth have been living with this for over a decade.
Now the water here, it's really not all that dark, but that discoloration, that's a result of excess levels of iron, and that's really the least of the Lacey family's concerns. No, instead, they're concerned about a potentially hazardous chemical that's been in their water for years, not only in their water, but in their water in excess levels of the safety zone.
My major concern is the levels of the trihalomethanes, which are called THMs. They've exceeded the ministry standards or guidelines for over the last 10 years.
It's a byproduct of a chemical that's used to actually clean the water.
Can cause some cancers, problems with pregnancies, and so on. And the long-term effects of it, are really unknown.
We're having the water constantly tested weekly by an independent, and our staff is on top of it all the time, especially with the Clean Water Act.
Quarterly reports of their water quality show THM levels ranging from 115 to 128 milligrams.
If the ministry's put in a guideline, then, towns should meet that guideline or try to adhere to it as much as possible.
The Canadian government says it's unclear if THM is a direct cause of these cancers, but says there's enough evidence to deem the chemical a hazard in amounts exceeding 100 milligrams per liter.
We've reached out for provincial assistance, and we don't fall within their category.
The town says it's trying, but it's a $20 million fix. Tottenham water comes from wells, while the rest of Newt-Tecumseth gets their water from Georgian Bay via a pipeline through Collingwood. That pipeline ends at Tottenham's door.
Previous reports have all indicated that extending a pipeline from the Alliston water down to Tottenham would be the best results. But it's a very expensive pipeline.
Which means this small town could be footing a big bill on its own. Now the town of Newt-Tecumseth has put a line in their 2017 budget to start extending the pipeline from Alliston down to Tottenham. But that means it'll take several years before the residents here can expect to get clean and clear water straight from their tap. Reporting in Tottenham, Christina Howrun, City News.